going live.
Right.
So they're gonna have to get notifications.
Right.
And I'll just coming on live. I'm here with my boy Tone. I got my Philly hat. He got his New York hat. You know what it is?
Yeah.
We in New York City.
No, this is what do you call it? This is like part of our attire.
Yeah. They're gonna say, hold on. Who's this guy? We never seen him with Philly Tom. Well, no, they saw you in the last video. They know, some people know you are.
Oh yeah.
So now we waiting for them to get on the live. So the numbers, it'll pop up when they come on there. Today is a Friday night, so Friday is like, but sometimes YouTube take a while to send, because they got to send a message out to them. Okay, people start popping up. JM, what's going on with you, my hated friend? How you doing, Philly? What's going on with you? Any questions you want to ask me tonight? Who is the old head? See, they go right on. They go right at. They go right in, yo.
The old head?
Yeah, who is that? Let them know who you are. Let them know what you're about. So I'm going to let him talk, man. He a YouTuber. He'll tell you.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? My name is Tone Tanner. Chilling out with Dom. Dom's over here. He's going to chill with me for the weekend. We're going to chill and take him around New York City and show him what it is. As far as old head, don't let that shit fool you, bro. Don't let that shit fool you, man. It's just a beard, bro. It's just a beard. I'll shine.
I already knew he was going to say that. JM always be going in.
I know.
JM always go in.
You just having some fun.
Yeah. But yeah, we here. We in Queens, New York. On the board. Where is this area? You gotta let them know.
All right, this right here is Rosedale. Rosedale, Queens. Right across the street is Laurelton. I'm originally from East New York, Brooklyn. It's a pleasure to live out here because it's calm, it's relaxing. And then too, when you have family, you don't want all that rah-rah shit. I left that rah-rah shit a long time ago. Just chilling, man. I'm living my life, my wife, kids, and that's it, man. I like to come outside and see, I could chill in my yard. I grew up in the projects, man. In East New York. You got people living upstairs, side to side, downstairs. Don't want to care for that shit. And excuse me, I use profanity like I was telling you.
Yeah, you asked me before, like, no, just be yourself, you know what I mean? Because it's hard for you to,
Facts, because look, I'm going to tell you straight up, man. I just got a belief that people that curse a lot just happen to tell the truth. And I tell the truth a lot, man, whether it hurts or not. At least you can trust me. You feel me?
Ain't gonna slick talk yet. Yeah, so he has a YouTube channel, like he said. He has he's have traveled too, man. He's traveled to a couple. What countries you been to? Let him know the countries you've been to and what you up to.
All right. Before me and my wife was traveling, I've been to Spain. I've been to Jamaica. I've been to Africa, to Morocco. That's where my lineage begins. But then me and my wife, we started traveling. She's a traveler, man. She's all over the fucking map. I've been to El Salvador, Brazil, my favorite place, which is part of my history as well, and a couple others, man. Hawaii. Hawaii is beautiful, but Brazil, man, nothing could take.
I tell everybody that, man. I tell everybody that. Let me get him a shout out real quick. We got my boy Peter Carter. He's from
what's up, Peter?
From Belize.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gonna make
that's Peter.
Yeah, Peter Carter. Yeah,
that's Peter. Yeah.
He went off on him.
Yo, man.
I think Sean's still looking for you.
Yeah,
Sean Barrow's looking for him.
Yeah. Don't worry, I got you, man. We out here in New York City.
Sean is looking for him.
If I see him, I'm gonna put him in a bear trap. But you good with me, Peter. I got your back, brother.
Peter Carter.
Yeah.
And we got Jamel Edwards, man. It's my boy from Philly, man. Shout out to
peace to Philly, man.
What's going on with you, man?
Oh, remember when we was talking about Philadelphia, man? When I was living out in Allentown, there was a place I used to love going to. It was called Norristown.
Yeah, Norristown.
Oh, man. Because, the thing is, when you're in Pennsylvania, when you're up north, or in the middle, I would say, there's a lot of Latinos, a lot of Dominicans and Puerto Ricans in the Lehigh Valley. But when I went down to Norristown, I started seeing a little bit of color over there as well. And we started seeing, I started seeing brothers and sisters out there. You feel me? Yeah. And one thing you learn about me is multi-ethnic or whatever, however you want to say. My lineage is Moroccan, Puerto Rican, Brazilian, a whole bunch of other shit. But African before anything.
That's what's up, my brother.
You feel me? So yeah, man, it was Norristown. I like Norristown. There was I took my kids down there one night, man, on some random shit, man. We left like around 10 o'clock night. We went to not Chuck E. Cheese. It's a place that got like a lot of video games and stuff like that.
Some
man.
arcade place.
Yeah. But I always like Norristown. I like that area. It's pretty cool. I like PA. PA was a getaway for me.
How long you live out there in Pennsylvania?
I lived in PA for 11 years, man.
Oh yeah, you was living out there.
Yeah, I lived out there. But one dude, man, it was a situation I ran into trying to protect my home as a licensed carrier. Mm-hmm. But I remember this one cat that I met when they locked my ass up for trying to protect my home.
Mm-hmm. So they don't play
that Commonwealth state shit.
Yeah, they don't play that. No. They don't play that.
My man said you come to PA on vacation and you leave on probation.
It's like it's
it was true, man. I was like, oh God, they got me.
Wow. Shout out to my boy Big Hawk. That's who I did the interview with.
Big Hawk. Yeah. I like that. Yeah. Hopefully you get to meet him and shit. Well, Yonkers?
He's from Yonkers, but he lived in Jersey, but he worked in New York. He's a New Yorker. Yeah. But he was like, he went across the river.
Yeah, when I was
Jersey because it's cheaper.
Right. Yeah, exactly, man. I believe the taxes in Jersey is a little outrageous though. But Jersey got some beautiful places, man. But I'm gonna say when I watched that video that you did with him,
Big Hawk, baby.
Yeah, I originally immediately felt like I was with y'all because as a New York and shit like that, the accent, and stuff like that. Yeah. But the things that he was discussing, that he was breaking down, I can't think about it off the top of my head. But I knew right then and there, I pictured myself in that conversation.
Yeah, he was just I just asked him about the cost of living because everybody want to get a part of the Big Apple and stuff. Yeah. So do you think it's worth it? I ask you right now. Do you think it's worth it to live here?
Born and raised in New York City. I was born in 1976. Born and raised in East New York. To be honest with you, just living here, you get tired, man. You get tired
because everything is so expensive.
It's you become accustomed to the price and the cost of living. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is getting expensive. There's a lot of gentrification going on for sure. Okay. You guys spoke about that too.
Yeah.
Gentrification. Listen, you go downtown Brooklyn. You go to Bed-Stuy. They don't even call it Bed-Stuy anymore. They call that shit Stuyvesant Heights.
Oh, okay. Oh, they got some questions for you.
What do you got?
Okay, he said, Philly, okay. Yeah, you got the invite. He saw my cousin. Okay. So he wants to go to family reunion. That's my boy Sterling.
Yeah.
I mean, what's up? Yeah. Stallion right there. The Big Hawk said, good brother, Philly is, I guess you're going to say I'm cool people. Yeah. And JM had a question for you. He said, as a New Yorker, can you describe 9/11?
I worked in 9/11 because at that time I was working for New York City Housing Authority in Brooklyn. I was a borough floater, and of course it's 5 boroughs in New York City, right? So when you work for New York City Housing Authority, you have a management department for a specific unit in NYCHA, New York City Housing Authority. Mm-hmm. But anyway, long story short, my dad was a NYCHA employee. I had just started at that time in 1999. And working in East New York, Brooklyn, we had got wind on a walkie-talkie that a plane hit. What you call it? Now we were used to that shit because I believe a helicopter flew into it one time. So everybody runs up to the roof.
Okay, so y'all expect stuff.
Yeah. We were all right. So we want to see what we're looking for is smoke. Mm. So when we were over there, we were on the roof, 14 stories. When you're on a New York City roof, that's why you're tall. When it looked like Manhattan is right there. Mm-hmm. So, and I'm picturing this right now. So, New York or Manhattan is straight ahead this way. Behind me over here is JFK Airport. Planes are flying and shit. So I'm like this, man. I'm paranoid now. I'm like, yo, listen, man. I don't want nothing flying to this fucking building. We all messed up. But anyway, my father. At the time it was 52 developments projects, right, in New York City, in Brooklyn alone.
52 projects. Wow.
52 projects. So remember, like I showed you last time, projects here in New York City is not like projects outside in other states and in other cities. A project over here is brick brown buildings. It could be multiple floors, couple of stair halls, et cetera, and a whole bunch of killing and crime, right? Mm-hmm. Long story short. So I'm in, there's 52 projects at that time. Now they're selling because, a lot of private managers are buying it in gentrification. Anyway, 52 trucks got dispersed from Brooklyn alone. And had to drive over. So my father left at that time, like around 12 noon. Mm-hmm. And I was like, that's after seeing the second pop. So from a distance, we looking at these two buildings, you see that second that puff. Boom. And I was like, oh shit.
This is for real now.
Yeah. So then we knew shit was getting real right there. So then I remember Jones, he was our supervisor. He goes on the radio. He said, yo, don't be surprised if y'all get a call and we all got to go out there tonight. Sure enough, first wave was at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. My father was a truck driver at that time. Mm-hmm. So a couple of nights, people from that development, Boulevard Houses in East New York, they left, Linden Houses, Penn Workman, Brownsville, and all that shit, and everybody's heading out, right? Mm-hmm. Then at 12 midnight was my shift. Mm-hmm. Man, I tried everything in my power to fucking avoid that shit, but, they already had cut out. Mm-hmm. Everybody was rushing to get out there, so I had to jump on a train, on the subway, on new lots. Mm-hmm. 3 train, and it was practically anybody in there, which is firefighters and police and shit like that.
Going down there to help out.
Yeah, because it was only strictly city agents. So what happened was we got on the train, we drove down. At that time, I'm not religious, but at that time, man, something said, yo, take this little ass Bible and shit, man. Yeah. It wasn't, I was so fucking nervous. I thought that night I was gonna die, some shit.
You already
said because you watch this shit in movies.
Yeah, and it's really happening in New York.
Yeah, so then we get up out there. We went to Fort Greene, because from Fort Greene, you're gonna catch the Brooklyn Bridge and go across, right? Mm-hmm. So I went to Farragut Houses, and anybody from Brooklyn over there know what time it is with Farragut, right? Yo, let me tell you something, man. When I got out the subway and I came outside, it was just quiet. Now, them 2 buildings, them World Trade Center buildings, them shits was wide as fuck, man.
Yeah.
But when them shits went down, the rush of fucking air that went in between that gap,
you could feel the heat.
You could. It was like, wow. Like
wow.
You know what I mean?
You're talking about 9/11. You're talking about experiencing 9/11 being a New Yorker. Yeah. If you just tuned in. Wow. Yeah.
So then,
you'll never forget that day.
No, I could never, because it's sad. It's sad.
Yeah, man.
It's real sad. So then what happened was, now I'm walking the Farragut Houses. It's dark as shit, man. Mm-hmm. I'm just thinking that, I'm thinking movie shit, like it's gonna be a strike, whatever thing, air strike or whatever. And I'm looking at these huge fucking rats, man. Yeah. These things are like fucking pigs, man. I'm looking at these garbage bags just being dragged into the street, and I said, "Oh shit!" So I ran through that shit. I'm looking like, everybody know that city rats, especially anything by the docks and shit, by the water. Mm-hmm. Them rats are real. So so then we got over to Farragut, got on the trucks and crossed over the bridge, and man, the closer and closer we got, it was getting scary.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? There was so much powder, so much dust, and debris and stuff like that. I'm sure people want to know, did you see a body? Nah, I ain't see nobody. Somebody said something about, I lived in East New York for 15 years.
Yeah, Hawk City.
Oh, Big Hawk. Yeah. For real. I lived in Boulevard Houses and I lived in Pink Houses. I was born and raised in Boulevard, and then I went over to Pink's at my grandparents' house, building 16 on Lauren. Brownsville. Wow. Hell yeah, man. Yo, listen, wow. So that shit always had a history, man. Brownsville, man, you get your wig pushed back. You gotta listen, man.
You just gotta avoid that if you have to.
Yeah. Yo, let me tell you something. I ain't gonna mention no names, right? Because you don't know who's watching, but I remember there was a time when I worked, and I'm gonna go back to that story, but there was a time when I worked in Brownsville Houses as a borough floater, right? I was in, look, you got Tilden, you got Van Dyke, and all that shit, right?
Still bad, yo.
Hell yeah, man. The kids are bad, the grandparents are bad, the building's bad, your neighbors are bad,
the
candy store is bad, Rockaway Ave.
It's bad.
You get your fucking whole shit twisted over there, man.
You don't want no smoke with nobody over that way.
Just mind your business. And sometimes it's even hard mind your business.
Unless you got family there and you work there, you don't really gotta go through there.
So what happened was, I remember my man, 2 of my boys, I ain't gonna mention any names, but my peoples, we all worked for NYCHA. They had a little beef and shit with some cats from Tilden, and right across the street you got Brownsville, and we were working in Brownsville, right? And when I tell you gangs are heavy over there, like they got on some real classy shit, like they had vests and everything, trying to look like the Warriors, right? Anyway, how are you at work and you get into a shootout with your fucking residents?
You at work.
Yo, it was crazy. NYCHA employees was firing back at these motherfuckers, man. It was crazy, man. That time was bananas, bro. He said I lived on Euclid, and for them. Yeah.
Wow.
I live on Cypress. You live in Cypress. Cypress, man. Listen, when I lived in pink houses, right? I was a little boy.
Yeah, I heard pink house. That's like legendary. Like
yeah. That's where Uncle Murder from.
Oh,
Lenny. Yeah, Lenny. We all know Lenny.
And them other dudes is
This is New York.
Yeah, who's from pink house? Okay, I know from
there. So what happened was, in the 80s, right? Back in the 80s, and especially for somebody like he said, the old head and shit. All right, so jokes, yeah. I got jokes too, though. You don't want to fuck with me. So, yeah. So, what you call it? Pink houses, man. I lived in pink houses, and back in the days, in the 80s and the late 70s, you had the 18. And if anybody know or heard of the 18, just type it in 18. Capitalize that shit. You already know what time it is, man.
We ain't talking about Mr. T.
Nah, ain't no Mr. T.
We talking about the New York 18.
We're talking about
what's this somebody's name? Yeah.
What was homeboy name?
I can't think of his name right now.
Not Supreme. Supreme was from Queens, from Southside. That was Tottenham.
Yeah, King Tottenham. Yeah. They did a video about with his grandma and them. Yeah. The one YouTuber.
Listen, let me tell you something, man. The wars that pink houses and Cypress used to have, man.
It was like legendary.
Oh, man. Listen, man, because it wasn't about gangs was in the 70s. Don't get me wrong. The gangs in the 70s protected their neighborhood. They wasn't out there doing this dumb shit like buck 50s and all this dumb shit. Now you protected your neighborhood.
The other guy, Hawk was talking about that I had a couple couple months back or last year, a couple years ago, they was buck 50.
Buck 50. That's some young kids.
Why would you do that to people you don't even have beef with?
And the shit is that shit plays.
They cut you in your face. Yeah. So everybody want to panic. Nobody
box cutter, blade, spit that shit on some jailhouse shit. And half the times the motherfuckers that's doing this some real pussy motherfuckers. Anyway.
Wow.
They're not about that real shit. They just looking to be part of something. You know, wear a little color and shit like that. Act like you catch them alone. Anyway, yeah, man, Cypress and what you call it? I remember the Fat Boys and Spindellella's from Salt and Pepper.
Salt and Pepper. No.
Yeah, she lived in a building across the street. She used to work in this little lunch truck. Right, but Salt and Pepper used to pick her up, right?
Yeah,
and then she would go do her DJ thing. But back in those days, man, they used to have jams in the fucking parking lot. And dude, at nighttime, Cypress be creeping in, they be firing, It was just like war, man. I never seen no shit like that. So any of the older cats here, they know what time it is. We said, yes, no joke. You already know, Hawk. You already know what time it is, man. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. This guy said, Bilal said the new cats, they just shoot.
Yeah, the new cats shoot like this.
Yeah. They say they don't even look at you.
They look, man.
They don't even look away.
Can't respect that, man.
So do you think, like I asked Hawk, since I'm going to be in New York for a while, I'm traveling back and forth here, do you think it's worth, if you wasn't a New Yorker and you was from another city or another country, because, we travel to different countries, would you recommend somebody coming to New York to live right now? Like,
nah, man.
New wave of person, they like, yo, I want to get out. Because it's too expensive.
Nah, the thing is, it's expensive. You got to make bread to live out here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like me, I started mopping buildings working for NYCHA, and I worked my way to be the top dog in my department in residential maintenance. I'm a director. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I started when I was, 22. I'm 47. My wife is assistant school principal, but she had to bust ass for 14 years to get to that. So we're good here. You know what I mean? And just renting a 1-bedroom or studio is expensive as fuck, man. It's not even worth it. But to be honest with you, New York is a tourist place, and that's what they're making it. See, look,
just to come in and come out.
Yeah, man. Look, let me tell you something. When you look at gentrification, right? Back in the days, the majority, everything was Italian and Jewish.
Okay.
Our accent is Italian and Jewish. You know what I'm saying? And then we just tweaked it as the years went by. We started, when hip hop got involved, we started making slangs and shit. But get the fuck out of here and all that shit. That's Italian. That's Jewish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's like it was predominantly them. I remember my family being one of the first Afro-Latino families to move into a Jewish neighborhood, which was the projects, because the Jews are smart.
They used to live in the projects too.
The Jews are smart because what they did was they utilized the projects for what it was originally intended for, and that was to get in there, establish your shit, and get the fuck out. Our people wanted to make a fucking career out of it.
They want to live there forever.
So they come whatever
moms
bounce to go down south or whatever. She lead it to the fucking kids, and then the kids start fucking up the neighborhood.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
The Jews went in there. They do that 5
and
years,
they had to
6
do it
years.
Yeah.
They get better jobs. They get their money right. Then they're gonna move to the suburbs.
They were smart. They knew how to use the system.
Mm.
They didn't. They wasn't out there making noise. Sometimes, and I think, matter of fact, I think you guys were talking about something similar. I think, our people fucked up. If you was gonna sell drugs and you was gonna create zombies in a crack era, at least you could have did was stash your cash and then built inside your neighborhood. But they didn't do that. Everybody want to be fancy and flashy. And
nice cars.
Stunt 101 for motherfuckers that don't even care about you.
Yeah, wearing gold and jewelry that people don't even know nothing about.
Yeah.
What do you say? Brooklyn is original street game.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Decepticons, the Deceps, bro.
What was that? The Decepticons?
The Decepticons is just, it was purple, bro. That was the colors, bro.
And what would they do every
game? You ever heard of you know about Ruck and Rock?
Yeah.
Original Gun Clappers, OGC, and
all that shit.
Yeah, that's Decep era, man. Decep era. It at that time, man, in the 90s, man, Timberlands got famous. All right, I'm gonna break down the
Timberlands for them.
Timberlands in New York City. You gotta have the right Timberlands, and those that's from New York, you already know what time it is. It's construction Timbs, the leather neck, and the tiny studs at the bottom, right? The tiny grips. 40 belows was our shit. The brown leather ones with the fucking little crinkle, the tough leather skin. 40 belows. Them shit was big, bro. The Tupac joints from Juice.
Yeah, I remember them joints.
Right?
They like,
fuck yeah, man. Camouflage. You wore your fatigues and shit. Champion hoodie with the point. And that I was telling my wife about that shit. That little winter ski mask with the pointy nose. Yo, let me tell you something, man. That was
the butters.
Yeah. Bro, listen, man. You had the chuckers. You had the black chuckers, suede chuckers, the fucking brown chuckers. Then we started naming shit beef and broccoli, chicken and broccoli, chicken, the mac and cheese. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, that era right there was the stomp out era. That's when motherfuckers get caught out there in the train, like in what is it? East New York.
Yeah, Brooklyn was
the fucking the train station. When I can't think of it right now. The Junction. The Junction. That's where people catch their little stomp outs and shit like that. But if you was always with your clique, you know what I'm saying? All right. But at the end of the day, it don't matter because it ain't where you from, is where you at.
So New York. So to you, New York ain't what it used to be.
New York ain't what it used to be.
That's a travel place for like tourists to come through. That's what Hawks at. Big Hawks at that too.
It's a travel place, man. Look right now. So going back to that whole shit, right? When it was Jewish and shit like that, when they left, and the blacks and the Latinos came from the South on up, right?
Yeah,
Let me tell you something. At the end of the day, me and my wife was talking about that shit the other day. It looked like what they did was said, you know what? Let them move in, X, Y, and Z. Crack came, man. Everybody got drugged out and shit like that. And then after that, you know what happened? They couldn't afford to keep their homes. They was fucking selling brownstones in Harlem and Bed-Stuy for half the fucking price that they were paying for. That's a steal. A brownstone. Wow. If you had a fucking brownstone, bro, you know what you got.
Like made it. You made it.
The low lives.
Tell them what a brownstone, because some people watch it out from the country.
A brownstone.
They don't know.
Yeah, a brownstone. Look, I'm gonna just say it like this, man. Just Google this shit, man. New York City brownstones, and you see those are like $1 million homes.
And it'll show you what they look like.
Yeah, and the thing is that black folks had that.
Oh, I can give an example. You guys saw the Bill Cosby. You watch Cosby show.
Brownstone, yeah.
That's a brownstone. When they go where the Cosby were living, they were living in a brownstone.
Yep. And now all the white folks are buying it and shit like that. Now don't get me wrong. They got those little places where you can sit down and eat and shit like that. It's a lot safer. But what happens when it gets to the point where they all move in and then they're like this, what excuse me, what are you doing over here? Are you waiting for someone? Do you know someone in this building?
Yeah.
When that shit starts taking place and motherfuckers be like, what you talking about? I lived out here all my life. Y'all just moving in. They don't give a fuck about that. All they got to do is, officers, who makes the phone call first?
Yeah.
Officers, a couple of black guys outside, and they're saying X, Y, Z. You know what happens from there? Yeah. All the black folks. Well, everybody's want to go to Atlanta. Yeah. So it's like all the black folks now are moving down south again.
Yeah.
But they coming back to New York. So New York, like how you guys are talking about, it's only rich and poor. My man, that middle class shit in New York City like us.
Yeah, it ain't there no more.
That shit is about to end.
Yeah, man. He was like 150. He said you gotta have 150K to 200K to live here.
You gotta make bread, man. You gotta make bread.
He said some people they gotta get 2 jobs just to.
But look, man.
We got one good paying job, one real good paying job.
Look, a lot. When you look at it, right, it's so many distractions in our communities. Getting fly, fronting and shit, and all those kind of things. So when you get a little piece of money and shit, you want to look dip. Don't get me wrong, man. I gotta park my car too. I never had a Mercedes. I never had. I always thought it was for a white person.
Yeah.
I got my first Mercedes and I got my second one, shit like that.
Yeah.
Did I really need to get it? I could have stayed with a fucking Honda now that I think about it. But a lot of it was knowing that I was able to do it.
That you got it because you're like, I
needed to know I
can make enough money, I can get this now.
Right.
Not that I really want the car like that.
Yeah. I love my shit, don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, it's like, did I really need to? Mm-hmm. And then when you look at it, is it about a status thing? And it was about status. I needed to know that they were no different. I'm no different from them. Wow. But at the end of the day, when you look at them, they ain't out there buying fancy fucking sneakers. I mean, I stopped that shit. Yeah. I mostly wear gym shit because that's all I go to.
Yeah, he work out. Yeah, work out. Boy, you see, he ripped up.
But yeah, the old head. But what he said? True. He said, what's the deal, fam? You just shouting. New York, mostly to Florida. Yeah. A lot of everybody going, fuck that. They want that sun.
They like, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Big Hawk said, do you remember the gang in the Bronx called
40 Belows? Nah, because at that time I really didn't care for the Bronx. No disrespect. It was just the fact that I felt like it was just too congested, man.
Too many people.
Bronx, yeah, man. The Bronx is too fucking. And then until I started working in the Bronx, I was working on 165th and with Flavor Flav from 165th and Girard over by Yankee Stadium, a block up from Yankee. And when I was working over there, I kind of adopted.
So Flavor Flav from that area right there. Wow.
Yeah, they all, African Band Bottom is right down the street over there by University and all that.
Oh wow. Yeah. Okay, we just went to the game.
Listen, New York got such a fucking history, man. Mm-hmm. He said, "How y'all living?" Living, man.
Living, man.
So I'm still alive. We just finished eating this shit.
Yeah, we figure we do the live, and then after that, tomorrow we gonna get on the road and do some videos.
Yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna take them out to look. I right now since I've been working in Long Island, and you guys mentioned Long Island too. Yo, Long Island is
TMI. Shout out to TMI. We got TMI out there.
Yeah. Long Island is beautiful, man. But I see why they don't want to be considered New York City. Mm-hmm. Now, when you look at Long Island, Brooklyn, and Queens, is one Long Island.
Yeah.
But when you get to like where I'm at right here on the borderline, you cross the fucking highway right here, you're in Long Island. Mm-hmm. So when you get to that end right there, it's like, we don't want to be called. They got their own mayors, their own councilmen and shit like that. Right there. Yeah, but it's very nice. I mean, don't get me wrong. You got your sections like Hempstead and stuff like that.
Still there. I'm just trying
yeah. You got the sections like Hempstead. Matter of fact, let me click on my joint.
I'm trying to get your link. I want to get your link. Because here, YouTube, I'm gonna put his link in the description so y'all can link up with him.
Yeah, I'm gonna get back to the Long Island shit, but I'm a new YouTuber. Me and my wife is predominantly for our experiences. It's travel with Tone and Dee. Me and my wife, that's my wife is my everything, man. She's my savior. Yeah, man. She helped me out big time with my life, man. When I was going through a serious depression. But it's travel with Tone and Dee. We travel a lot and have fun, man. Live life. And maybe that's a topic we could discuss too.
Yeah, it's gonna pop up.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Yeah. That's important to me, man, because like for me, like I was telling Dom, everything for me is editing, man. I love editing. It just gives me a freedom, man, an unbelievable freedom that it gives me to take my talent and share it with people and stuff like that, regardless the amount of views and stuff like that. I think I'm more concerned about someone liking my work opposed to someone, just shitting on me, say, oh, this shit is whack or whatever.
This is it, right? Hold
on, you put Tone Tanimal.
So
you mean what you call travel with Tone and Dee?
Oh yeah. Travel, my fault, man.
Yeah. Travel with Tone and Dee. Yeah, I love that shit, man. I love editing, man. Editing is
he loves it, man. He's good at it too.
Yeah. I think, because like I was saying, a lot of us got talent, man. And
what you told me.
Yeah. I keep forgetting who was the gentleman that used this term, but where you could find the most talent is in a graveyard, because we be too busy busting our ass, keeping somebody else's dream afloat. Like, meaning when we go to work.
You're working at 9/11.
Yeah, when we go to work, what happened?
No, I'm reading to the comment. No, here you keep saying.
Yeah, we go to work and shit like that, busting our ass, getting on the highway, getting stuck in traffic and getting to work late, just trying to feed and support our families. we're killing ourselves and shit like that. And then by the time you get home, you're so blown out, you really don't got that much energy to do what you want. You know what I mean? So you got to at least start by giving yourself 10%. Do a little something for yourself at the end of the day. Do something different. You know, I used to tell people if you start with something so small, like, you know, let's say, I'm just going to use an example. I never used to like eating beans, right? You probably say, "Man, what Puerto Rican motherfucker don't eat beans?"
Puerto Rican just said you don't eat beans, Puerto Rico.
Yeah. But what kind of Puerto Rican don't eat beans? But at the end of the day, it's like I started eating beans because I needed to break a habit of saying I didn't like this, or you know, all that dumb shit. So when you take something so small, that little thing like a seed, you treat it like a seed and it becomes big, right? So while we out there breaking our neck to go to work and support somebody else's fucking dream, you're gonna go die any fucking day. You least expected, and you ain't did a fucking thing for yourself.
You help somebody else.
Fuck that shit.
You help somebody else.
Yeah.
Well, they say the best boss you ever have is sleeping while you working.
Yo, listen, let me tell you something.
You told me that. So
my son's uncle, man. Let me tell you a little story about my son's uncle. This guy was obese. He had his own business. Don't get me wrong. Marble restoration. He was obese, and he had diabetes. He was in bad shape, and then he made it to his He was like 2 seconds away from death, bro. No lie, kid you not. And his wife said, you know, the doctors are trying to pump him up. He said, we don't think he's going to make it and stuff like that. You know, his health is really bad. She said, fuck that shit. She put him on a vegan diet, straight vegan. Yo, my man slimmed down, changed up his habit, you know, because the thing is, you got to break old habits. So he was out there walking and this, that, and the third. And he just said, fuck meat. I'm not fucking with meat. Right? Anyway, so then he just had like this change of heart towards the way life is designed. Not the way life is supposed to be, but how it's designed. And what happened was he said, Tone, people in suits, listen carefully, people in suits work for people in pajamas.
Did you get that? They'll get that one.
See, when we go to work, we're too busy worrying about supervisors, vice presidents, et cetera, et cetera. The motherfuckers are scared about the person that owns the company. The motherfucker that's home when he wakes up, or she wakes up and she's sitting there, or he's sitting there opening a newspaper, sitting that fucking coffee or that tea, and worrying about everything else. We're worried about their business and maintaining it and keeping it afloat, and they ain't even working on it because they pay people to worry for them. People in suits work for people in pajamas. 50 Cent said, damn, I forgot that one.
Okay, we'll think about it later.
I can't forget that one.
You get it later. We can do these every day while we're
here. Yeah. But and the Joker from The Dark Knight, Heath Ledger said, when you're good at something, never do it for free. Meaning, when you're talented, chase your fucking shit. Make it make money for you. Make your talents make money for you, bro. You feel me? And you don't do it for free. So meaning when you go to work, the shit that you learn how to do and you do that shit blindfolded and stuff like that, you could be doing that shit for yourself. You could be doing that for yourself. But we don't think like that. We thinking about stupid shit like living my best life, these dumb fucking quotes. I'm living my best life, but you really living for the fucking weekend. So when you getting paid and Friday night come and shit like that, what you doing with your money? Blowing it to go hang out, drink, smoke, kill your fucking energy and all that shit. And you know what happens there? Monday, your ass is back at work, ducking for the motherfucking pajamas.
Yeah, because they don't work. Yeah. They just collecting up. Oh, he said, Big Kingston said, are you making, we're going to do New York vlogs tomorrow. We're going to start them tomorrow.
Yeah, man. And that's I hate being micromanaged. Man. Listen, man.
It's hard, man.
If you feel, listen, let me tell you something, man. If you feel, and I'm telling you from a boss aspect, and I'm not saying boss like the slang boss. I hate the term boss, but I like to use the term leader because I actually work with my team. You know what I'm saying? If my team is doing
I got a bigger position, you gonna make more money than you. I can tell you what to do.
Yeah, no.
Treat you like crap.
You treat people like that, man. They'll give you shit in return. And I don't do that, man. People are human beings. And I started. Listen, let me tell you something. one of my guys was out. I was short of super because the guy fucking just randomly quit. I'm the director of maintenance, the highest of fucking maintenance, and in my fucking work attire, you know, I come to work casual and shit like that, shoes or whatever and shit, you know, like moccasins, chill shit,
look formal,
yeah. And I was pulling garbage, compactors. I was mopping the fucking building.
And he's the supervisor.
I'm director.
He's director.
Yeah,
he's the director. He don't have to touch nothing if you don't want to. You can just say, you do this.
But I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that because then I'll forget where I come from, and I'm not about to start that dumb shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, but yeah, man, that was a scenario with that, man. That's why, you know, I try to encourage people, you know, chase your fucking dream, man. Chase your dream. It don't matter how old you are and shit like that.
Yeah.
Me, I listen, man. Out of all the places I've been to, I recorded. It was just one day I decided to download fucking CapCut, and then I was just playing around and I was picking up shit just like that. And me having a fucking comedic fucking mind, you know, I just knew how to. Yeah. I just figured. I say. You know, I just started putting some videos together from my travels and stuff like that. But that started from watching guys like I would say a mentor checks in effect. I watched Ace Live, who that's a different story, you know, to each his own. And then I ran into him, and the way life is, man, law of attraction. When you do something so fucking much and you're passionate about it, and when you're really trying to chase your dream, the things that you're chasing actually starts chasing you. That's why when I hear terms like, what's that shit?
What they say?
When you hear those terms about, you know, I chase that bag, you're a stupid motherfucker if you chase the bag. If you're going to chase the bag, that's all you're going to be doing all your fucking life is chasing it. The bag is supposed to chase you. That's why I thought this YouTube shit was so fucking dope, for the simple fact that you can earn money and still work for somebody else until you get yourself to a certain level in this field to where you don't have to work for that person no more. You can enjoy. That's why I say, yo, I salute you. I salute Check, Renata Lopez, Mariani Day, Afro Guajira, JJ from what's that shit?
In Brazil.
Well, he's you know, but these are the people that fucking inspire me. My wife would tell you, man, I wake up in the morning and I'm getting myself together and shit like that. I put on my fucking YouTube, and whoever pops up first, I'm throwing it on. And I see him a lot now because law of attraction and the way the shit works. You know what I mean? And I follow, man. I follow. And now it's following me. And I like it. Because now I get the network, I get the bond, I get to chat with you guys and stuff like that, and I get to train myself how to do this shit on my own. You know what I mean? And I'm actually enjoying this.
Jalen asked you, what are the best cities to stay at?
Puerto Rico and Panama.
Puerto Rico, what would you recommend somebody stay?
Ask him because
Puerto Rico, I would say San Juan, but obviously, I mean, that's the city that everybody knows.
Everybody goes to San Juan, yeah.
But I mean, they have some exclusive cities there, and you know, beach towns that you want to go to and stuff like that. Panama, I spent time in what's the Panama City? That's nice, but I mean, obviously they have some exclusive beach towns that are up north that you would want to go to as well. Oh, they coming through here now.
Chasing see what he said?
Yeah.
Baller chasing money leads to nowhere. You don't fucking chase money. You're a stupid motherfucker.
Put yourself in a position to get it, and it's gonna come.
It's gonna come, man. It's gonna come. Let me
tell you, chase to the bag and we get back. Yeah, people always say that's always like on YouTube and stuff. Oh, they just subscribe. Big Hall City just subscribe to your channel.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that, man. I'm trying to get to the 500 mark. Listen, man.
He'll get it. We definitely gonna get it.
Look, I've been doing this for. I had another YouTube channel, but it was more like trial and error. I like comedy. I like silly shit and stuff like that. But I never pursued it as much as Travel with Tone and Dee. Travel with Tone and Dee is very.
That's the link. I'm putting the link in there now, guys.
Thank you.
Go subscribe to it now if you watch it.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to the 500 mark, and not only that, I just want to be successful in this, man. I want to be able to provide good content and do a lot more of these, you know.
Because he's a traveler. He's been traveling for a long time now.
Yeah, I like it, man. I used to be afraid of airplanes. You remember after 9/11?
Yeah.
I was telling him after 9/11, there was a plane that crashed in Far Rockaway. My cousin was on that. She was going to DR. Wow. It's such a sweet individual and everything. And all the planes that were falling. Listen, prior to all that, I haven't gotten on an airplane and been to Puerto Rico since I was 3 years old. And when I started to travel, I think I was about maybe 36 or 37. I'm 47. And but now shit, if I had a ticket wait for me right now, I'd be like, Dom, gotta go. I'm going to West Bubblefuck.
I could just tell. I don't even gotta text it because this we're talking WhatsApp. Harry the Lock, man, what's going on with you, man? Harry the Lock, he out there in Los Angeles.
What is that? I like LA, man.
Yeah,
LA was dope, Harry the Lock.
Yeah, he said I thought you was back in Brazil for a minute. No, I'm just releasing all the footage from there and doing them little shorts. Now we can do shorts, so I'm releasing the shorts and the different things like that.
Yeah, I like LA, man. He's from
LA. Yeah, he's from LA. Harry the Lock.
I went to
he in South Central, I think.
In South Central, I went to Studio City because at that time,
I know Studio
I had
City.
a little TV friend.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't want to say the name, but yeah, I had a TV friend, and it was pretty cool. I liked it over there, man. That was the first place where I started seeing those little medical marijuana stations and shit. Had the green cross and shit. I thought that was dope. But that shit was expensive over there, man.
Oh yeah, LA is expensive, man. But between you living in New York and if you go to LA, man, they both expensive places, man. Them places is expensive. They'll break the richest person.
Yeah, man.
They put a rich person on a budget in LA.
Hold
up. Did I just spend $20,000 today?
Yeah, listen, dude.
Just eating out.
I went to a place where to eat with this individual, and it was so many like TV stuntmen and shit like that over there. And when I saw the bill, I was like, God,
I was passed out.
Yeah.
That'll sober you up quick. Like, oh, wait a minute. Okay. Then he said, Harry the Lock said, oh, he being TJ.
Oh, Tijuana,
Mexico, man. That's a big place because it's cheap. I told you a lot of people live there and they work in the States, man.
Yeah, I like to visit that, man.
Yeah, man. I wish they had something like that on the East Coast.
Yeah.
But, you can just go down to somewhere cheap and then come back into the States. Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm really. I went back to this. What you call it here? I love.
Put his link in there.
That was baller. Where he said, "I hate being micromanaged, man. I tell you."
Yeah, man, that's rough on people.
Yeah, that's not the way you. Listen, man. If you feel a job is not, you don't feel safe, or you don't feel like if you have to come to work with stress and you stress about it at night,
that's not a job.
That's not a job. That's your fucking prison.
Yeah, you just working there to waste time.
Yeah, they pimping you, bro. Don't settle for that shit. Listen, man, if you're gonna work for somebody, at least work for a place where if you get up, the only thing you have to worry about is conforming and being comfortable. Remember, comfortable make people sleepy, and when you get sleepy, you get relaxed. I'd rather worry about that than to feel out of place, like somebody's gonna try to dump on me and fuck my life up and shit.
What do you say right here?
Clifton B said, "Real talk, 100. I respect that. Appreciate you, bro." I'm just going back. Some of the things on my laptop.
No, go back and read them. Yeah. Because people come in and out, so they always got something to say.
Yes, sir. Man. I really like this.
So now you see how the live go. Yeah, you just talk to people. And it's a small live. We only got like 20 people on there. Yeah. Sometimes it be 100, it be 200, it be 12 people, 8 people. It depends,
Yeah, tomorrow that's what we were talking about tomorrow. Tomorrow, Long Island, right? I found this little gym. I go once in a while. I go to this gym, Retro Fitness in Freeport, Long Island, on Sunrise. I like that spot because they got a lot of powerlifting shit downstairs.
Okay,
and upstairs you got machines, So it's a mix of both worlds. But I like going over there because it's a whole different vibe, different environment. Not like a lot of these little fitness centers and shit like that. There's silly shit. And motherfuckers in the mirror taking pictures and they're like 2 fucking curls. They want to flex and shit. Like stupid motherfucker. Me, I mostly take my 47-year-old ass over there and start be like, yo, my man, like, how many texts you got left? Because they be on the phone and shit like this, right?
How many
texts you got left? But
get your workout on.
There's this place called Nautical Mile. So I want to shoot them over there, stuff like that. They got like it's like a dock kind of thing. A lot of homes and stuff, but they got like bars and seafood and stuff like that. So we're gonna film over there. Maybe drop a fucking live too. I'm gonna try that shit on my channel.
Yeah, we can try. We can joint. Yeah, and I can tell everybody from my channel to go over this. Watch.
I appreciate that.
Oh, they gonna do it.
Yeah, and then after that, we're gonna go hit Coney. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Coney looking like
I like Coney, man. I ain't been to Coney, and then I just started recently going, man. It's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, it reminds me of from the videos. It reminds me of what you call it?
New York,
Venice Beach.
Yeah, New York's Venice Beach. Yeah,
New York's Venice Beach. Coney Island. I might name the title of the video. New York's
Venice Beach. Yeah.
Coney Island.
Yeah, it's really nice, man. It's a good vibe because now they've changed things up and stuff like that. It's more touristic. The boardwalk is hilarious because you got people dancing and shit and stuff. It's really cool, man. It's a cool vibe.
So I'll put your link in there.
Yeah, so man. I see it, man. Thank you so much. So I'm gonna drop a heart here too, man.
Yeah. I'll do it like that. Peter Carter said, "The brother is real. He keeping it real. He letting you know about New York, man."
Thank you. I appreciate that, man. I mean, everybody got a story to tell, right?
Yeah.
It's just that New York City just happened to have a rich history. I can only share the things that I experienced, but yeah, it has a rich history, especially the fire hydrant stories as a kid and stuff like that. Listen, man, from the moment that you're a little guy growing up, you're gonna have good stories.
Got my friend there, yeah. Walker Mill. They in Belize, man. Yeah. Shout out to Cayo Belize. Peace. Yeah, they chefs. They got their own restaurant there. They my people, man. I'm still here with my son, man. He's down there resting. He's resting.
Yeah.
But he's here with me. Yeah.
He passed out.
Yeah, he just want to make sure everything was all right.
That's cool.
When I'm coming down, like I'll be down, but he's laid out.
Yeah. I want to go to Venice Beach.
Yeah.
I want to go to Venice Beach.
They work out there too.
I want to do that Muscle Beach thing, man. That's my dream, man. I always wanted to go over there.
Yeah.
That's my dream, bro. Yeah, this is pretty cool, Phil.
Yeah, it's cool. So the lives are cool. It's stress relief. You got like a rough day at work. You want to talk to some people, just go on live. You just talk with them.
Yeah, my wife can tell you, man.
And then I'm gonna do one tomorrow that people could come on. Yeah. So then we'll be debating about it. Tomorrow I'll do a live stream. I'll show you what a live stream is, so you can talk on there. We all talk.
Yeah. Let's do that.
And they talk about different topics and stuff.
Yeah, I really enjoy this, man. It's super dope.
Oh yeah, some people you do this for hours, man. Yeah. You know, for hours.
Yeah, the only thing I knew for hours online was playing fucking the Division on PS4.
Yeah,
on the headset. You're wrong, son.
No,
it's like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Sometimes we have good conversation.
Yeah,
we doing just a basic one. They just responding, but if we did the one that they could actually come on the live and talk, man, you can go for hours.
Well, anybody got questions?
Yeah, y'all got any questions? Yeah. Cause we've been on almost an hour. We're gonna probably cut it soon, but any questions? We'll do one tomorrow morning too, like in the morning.
Peter, look out! It's Shine. No, I'm just kidding.
Shine is looking for you.
Where's this mic?
He gonna catch his first Belize case.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I really would like to go see Belize, man.
Yeah, Belize is nice, man.
Yeah, now Belize it's of course, like how we mentioned earlier, it's the Central America is a lot of like Jamaicans that travel for work and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's facing the Caribbean,
and stuff like that. But in Belize, what languages do they speak?
They speak English. Yeah, and then they speak. Obviously, people speak Spanish there too.
Yeah,
and they have a Mayan language. They have a strong Mayan descent there.
Yeah.
So some people can still speak that, but the main language I hear is English and Spanish. That's the main two language I hear.
Now, Garifuna, is that one?
Yeah, that's one. Up, you right on it. This guy knows. Yeah. They have the descendants.
Yeah. I heard that shit before.
Yeah.
Man, when I was a teen.
The slaves left. Mm-hmm. They left St. Vincent. Yeah. They were in St. Vincent and they migrated to Belize, Honduras, Guatemala, Livingston, Guatemala, all we on that coast, even in Costa Rica and Panama. Everything on that coastline.
It's crazy, man. Survival.
The Caribbean coastline,
survival, man. Listen, when you got to survive, to make up a language and stuff like that, you got to. Yeah. And most like those that enslaved us, they ain't got that talent. But the only talent that they did have was the division shit and
the separators.
Yeah, that's fucked up, man. But it did create one thing, and that's beautiful cultures and stuff like that. You know what I mean? When they thought they was fucking something up, they actually created something beautiful.
That's indeed.
He woke up.
He ran about.
Let me see. Do y'all think Haiti will ever shake back? I would hope so, man, because nobody should have to suffer like that. You know what I mean? Due to corruption. Yep. Yeah. Again, man, I would like to just tell y'all that I appreciate you guys. This is actually fun. It's actually, how can I say, like a breath of fresh air, man. This is, and it helps me out a lot because it's just something I always wanted to do. It's just something I always wanted to do. You feel me? You guys gave me something in return. I appreciate you all. Venice Beach minus the palm trees. Yeah, man, minus the palm trees, brother. This is New York City. I love New York, man. Don't get me wrong. New York is always going to be in my heart. But listen, man, bro, attitude. Let me see. Blink twice if you need. What is that? What the fuck is that? Let's see. Blink twice if you need. Yeah, right. Like blink, blink. Yeah, I'm telling you. Let's see. Women to men ratio 12-1. And hey, season swag. Question to you. Women to men ratio 12-1. That's Bailey's that you're talking about, right? Just comment, of course. Peter, big respect to you and brother Shine. Shine cares about it. Listen, man, I never liked Shine in the first place. So, but when I watched the video with you on Philly D, I was like, yeah, man, you got good energy, Peter. Yeah, I'm sure, man. A lot of these guys are, they politicians just put up a front. And they're a bunch of phonies. Yes, sir. Family. Let me see. Hitty will be back for sure. Haitian gunmen. I really, because it's our people. You know what I'm saying? Black race, and just in general, no one should have to suffer. No one should have to suffer, especially because of fucking corruption and these greedy bastards and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And 9 times out of 10, the people that's doing all this corruption and stuff like that, cowards, suckers. Do y'all think? You need help. Blink, blink, blink. And 3 motherfucking times. Get me out of this shit. My wife she wants to finish her career in education. She's what do you call it? An assistant school principal. And she just wants to complete that with me, to be honest with you, man. If I could pick up and bounce now, man, I'd be fucking gone. New York City just, I don't know, it just has this aura that it's a lot of phony shit, you know. One of my homegirls out in Cali said the same thing about California. Like, it's a lot of phoniness, but that's the matrix for you. When you live in a matrix, everybody around you are agents. That's why, the person I said I wanted to go out to Cali, who's in a movie TV industry. Um, Listen, man, she told me straight up. She said, "Tone, watch The Matrix and you're Neo." And I said, "What the fuck you mean by that?" She said, "Watch The Matrix and you're Neo." So I'm returning the favor to you guys. Watch The Matrix and you're Neo. Everything around you are just these fucking agents. They're just there to fill up space. What you see out of your eyes, nobody else sees. That's your own universe. So you make it work for you. Let me see what we got here. Politicians ain't nothing but puppets on strings. Of course, man. Even the president, man. You know, listen, man. I can go on for days about politicians, man. Especially, everybody's fan favorite, Barack Obama. And I'm not saying nothing to discredit him. I think he's a well spoken person, smooth brother and everything, man. But what showed me what politics are is when you go to a certain community, if you know what I'm talking about. Matter of fact, listen, I don't bite my tongue. I'm not disrespecting anybody's what you call that thing, uh, choice and decision making in life. But he went to the gay community and for his second term, and when he went to that and stuff like that, he unlocked a set of people from that community that just took it to a whole extreme level, and that I'm not happy for. Because look, you have the right to choose and be with who you want to be and stuff like that, but if you're gonna flaunt it and stuff like that and toss it around and force feed us with it, then I disagree. And he did that for votes. But of course, even he has a boss, right? So let's just leave it at that.
There you go. Yeah. Anything else you want to say, or we gonna I end a lot of this one to do one tomorrow. And we can do as much as anytime we want. That's one thing about lives. You got channels that just built off of lives. That's all they do.
That's crazy.
Because you could just come home anytime, click on your laptop, start talking.
Yeah, this is pretty cool, man.
Yeah. So somebody gave you a whole door. Goodness.
What is that? Alfredo Valencia. Have y'all ever got a random selected for a random screening by customs at the airport?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that happens
all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, man. They fucking did that shit.
They pick you all the time.
Yep. We were coming from El Salvador and they fucking pulled us to the side, man. They took my lotion and all kinds of shit. Man, I was so mad. That's like a violation of privacy.
Yeah, especially when they they be like, why are they down here?
I started feeling like they wanted to keep my shit. Bitch, you want my fucking deodorant?
So what I need this.
What you gonna do with that? You want my drawers too? Oh, Big Hawk, man. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Maybe we could link up, man. You know what I'm
just hit me up on the WhatsApp, man. Hawk. Tonight or tomorrow we talk.
Yeah, Hawk. I'm gonna follow back too once we're done. Let me see. Big Kingston, Philly. Did you try a chopped cheese? We were just talking about that.
Yeah, I get one yet. I mean, I had them back in the day,
Yo.
Yeah, he was telling me about that too.
All right, so look, chopped cheese, right? We were talking about that in my video, right? Chopped cheese is like our version of saying, Philly cheesesteak. It's just like, they take the meat. You go to the bodega. Oh yeah, Poppy, what you want? Let me get a chopped cheese, bro, on hero bread, lightly toasted. Give me some ketchup, bro, a little mayo. They take the meat, chop, throw the cheese, some onions, some peppers, chop, put it on our fucking hero bread with some mayo. That's our Philly cheesesteak. So when I was telling you about Philly cheesesteak, that's our
hero. Mine was like that, chopped cheese.
Yeah, but the thing is that we never called it fucking chopped cheese in Brooklyn. At least where I came from, Harlem definitely calls it chopped cheese.
Yeah.
I just said, fucking, let me get a cheesesteak.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, Bobby, let me get a cheesesteak.
There you go. Yeah, these is cool. They just give you I'm just putting it there. Because they hit it, I see, I put it a lot. Because when they see it, they know what I'm doing. Yeah. But anybody coming new, like, man, why you keep putting that link? And they click it, boom, you pop up, and they like, oh,
let me see
that's him.
Let me see something.
Go on the live, and you're going to see how it goes.
Yeah, it's like this.
You're going to see it.
Drum roll, please.
Yeah, it's going to go straight to you.
310. All right, well, you helped me with my 310 because
we want to get them 500 guys. Let's get them 500.
310. You helped me because that was actually a goal from vidIQ, and like I said, I think I got a couple of months in this. Whatever.
You got it.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying. I love my shit. Like I said, is mostly humor. I'm trying to be a little bit more descriptive when I go to certain locations or whatever. But my personality just won't allow me to do it because I'm always doing some crazy shit and silly shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I'll try to, like, if we go into a store. So here we have the cotton section, if you know what I mean, you bastard motherfucker. Nah, you know what I mean? Let me see. So he says, Baller said, just don't get in front of Manhattan. They'll charge you $8. Yo, word.
He said he will.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Chopped cheese, bro. Chopped cheese, the Aki way.
He said, don't get it from they'll charge you for the $8 for the cheese. They don't mess around.
I should take Dom over there by King's Plaza and shit. Like,
I wouldn't mind seeing that Brooklyn. I know that, bro. I know King's Plaza.
Yeah. When listen, tomorrow we go after we go hit that shit up in Long Island. And then we go shoot over to CI real quick. Then from there, we can just jump off and run up Utica or something like that.
Man.
Well, I'm going to tell you this right now.
In Franklin.
Yeah.
It's still a little rough. It's a little sketchy.
It's all Jewish and shit. Hava Nagila. You know what I'm saying? They just doing their thing over there.
Oh, right. Yeah. You said they regentrification.
Well, they was already there.
Oh, they already changed.
They got fucking Eastern Parkway on Smash.
So I wouldn't even recognize it no more. I tried it. I'm like, this is looking a little different.
Nah, look, cool places right now. We could do CI. We could go chill out by the it's downtown Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? All kinds of shit like that.
Oh, they say taking a Flatbush too. Yeah, taking a Flatbush.
Yeah, we gonna
go there. Yeah, he gonna take
listen, whatever it is, whatever. Because to be honest with you, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be on them streets. And not to say like scared. Nah, it's like when you get old and shit like that, man, you appreciate your backyard. Yo, listen, if you go in my backyard, I got a chill section right there on the other side. And I ain't saying this like I'm rich. It's just I live on a corner house, so I got the pool on the side and shit like that. So when the family friends and their kids come over, they could jump in. But on my side over here, my wife got the tree plants and garden and chill out section, and the tree just fell down over the weekend and smashed our shit in that crazy ass storm around 3 o'clock in the morning.
It took our power out in Philly.
Yo, fuck my shit crazy. Up, man. But I got my section over there. Got a squat cage and my weights and all that shit. And that's my. I don't need to go to no gym really. I just go there for company. But I listen, man. When you get older, you just want to chill out and be home and just relax. Man.
You don't want to have all
fuck that street shit, man.
Yeah, you said I wouldn't even go out to the way.
Yeah, I ain't into that shit. I like my crib, bro. Yeah. You know, but yeah, I'm gonna take him out there, take him out, and catch a lot of footage and stuff. And dude, I've been watching this guy on my. I got my YouTube, everything. I watch it on my big ass TV in my bedroom. This guy's been in my fucking house before he actually been here. You know what I'm saying? He been in my crib before.
He's already
here. Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's like, but he's a good brother, good spirit, man. Honestly, I'm very private. My wife's he wouldn't be here if it was that. He got a great spirit, man. You know what I'm saying? So, he wants to help me out, but I'm like this. Let's just go have some fucking fun. Yeah. It's just gonna happen regardless. But I just want him to have a good time while he with me and shit. We have some, Eduardo said, would you consider procreating Northeast Brazil?
Oh, he's talking about like Fortaleza.
Oh man,
it's a good place, man. It's a good place, man.
I want to go back. I never been there. I just been to Rio.
Yeah.
Fucking all over.
I've been all over Brazil.
This motherfucker, man. Every time I'm waking up in the morning and shit, and I put on my thing.
In a different place.
Yeah, man. I be wanting to fucking cry. You making me late for work. Yeah. I'm trying to get out the house and shit. Yeah. And I'm like, yo, Don, where the fuck you at now? Yeah. He's over. Where were you at?
Fortaleza, Salvador Bahia,
bro.
Recife, São Paulo.
But this tells you something. It's the same shit we spoke about earlier. This tells you something, man. Especially for young cats. Yo, fuck all that trying to baby mamas and making kids and all that shit, man. Go travel, man. Yo, listen.
When you get older, he said, do it.
Yeah. Because I look, man. I'm in my 40s and shit. And I'm just like really getting out the house. Not out the house like that, but I'm just saying out the house.
As far as traveling like he wants to,
You know what I mean? When I went to
you had kids and stuff too, so it makes sense.
Yeah, but they all grown now and shit. So they don't even be looking for me. So some of my oldest, he driving trucks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when I went to Europe, fucking Europe, man, I'm seeing fucking kids with backpacks and all the shit.
Oh, yeah, they travel. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
They do them like 19, 20, 21.
Yeah, but we don't teach our kids that shit.
No, man, they say you go to military, either you go to college, or you just get a job. As soon as you're out of high school, you're supposed to go work.
And it ain't even like that, man. I'm telling you, like these two kids, like my wife's oldest son, my stepsons, they the oldest one, he's a pilot. Motherfucker was on Hot 97 and all that shit.
Oh, wow.
First young black pilot at the age of 16, man. Yeah, you can get your license at that age. You know what I'm saying? And good thing is he has some good backup support. There's a school over in Starrett City that actually is an aviation school and ran by former and current police officers and shit like that. Good brothers, family, friends and stuff. So, Malcolm now, he's 21 and he's already working. Listen, man, that's another thing, man. Maybe one day we'll pull him up in here and give you a breakdown.
Have him talk,
yeah. Because listen, man. One thing about that kid, and I respect him so much for it, is because as a youngster, man, as a little fucking kid, this kid loved airplanes. All he did was flying toys, playing this, playing that. Wake up in the morning, had a heart on because he thought of a fucking plane, that kind of shit. Yeah. And he allowed that to be his direction. And because he chased it so much here, law of attraction allowed him to live it. And I remember sometimes me and his moms would wake up and this motherfucker was out the house and we was like, yo, where you at? We supposed to take you to the airport, to the landing strip over there and shit in Long Island. Motherfucker was already over there. It's like, how do you get over there?
Oh, because he was so dedicated to it.
Dedicated, man. See, when you love something, you chase that.
Yeah, you do it. Man. You eat, you sleep it, everything you do with it.
Listen, let me tell you.
Obsess it.
Yeah, you have to be that way because like they say, listen, man.
He was one of the first pops.
Yeah, the first in the United States, man. United States, yeah.
Your son, wow. See, it's a piece of history. Your son, one of the first youngest black pilot.
Mm-hmm. Youngest black pilot in the United States, man.
Your son.
Yeah. Her son, but my son.
Okay,
as long as I'm in this fucking house.
Yeah, it makes sense. Okay.
He's my kid.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, for sure. Let me see something. What best city to live? That's Mongo. He says, what's the best city to live in? I don't know, man. What are you talking about? Like, it's a lot of categories. You're looking for cheap. You're looking for ladies. You're looking for food.
good weather. Like, what is the category?
Yeah.
It's a lot of categories, bro.
Yeah, I mean, all I can say is
Brazil cover all that.
Man.
Brazil can cover all them ground. They can cover
fucking city.
Yeah,
fucking
city. Go to countries.
Yeah.
Go to countries.
See, and that's the thing, man. When you leave outside of New York City, well, I mean, not New York City. When you leave outside of the country, yo, people live different. The food is different.
They act different.
It's a lot more. Listen, I went to El Salvador where people had so much less, but they have something that we don't have, and that's peace. That's peace. With so much less, they had fucking peace. They had a smile. And by the time me and my wife got back to New York, we was like, "This time to go back to work."
Because you can see the energy. Yeah. The energy, once you on that plane and you land and you start hearing them talk.
Our energy was up here.
And it just dropped back down.
As soon as we landed, it was that low. Fuck that shit. Let me see. This is crazy. Yes, sir. Eduardo said, mate. Oh, he's from the UK?
Oh, mate, okay.
Mate, back in the days, I saw it from Philly. And Nordic guy walking after a bar in Fortaleza.
Okay.
I guess it was. The girls there, they were talking to top classmate 100. Thought you were gonna marry.
Oh, I probably walking with some bad chicks. Yeah, we meet a lot of chicks on the road in these little towns and these countries. Yeah, shout out to Fortaleza, man. Fortaleza, man. That got my heart, man. That's a good place, man. Yeah. I think when I come to Brazil again, I'll go Fortaleza first and then make my way down.
Yeah. Man, that's dope, man. I'd like to get out there, man. I would definitely like to get out there. Let me see something. Boom, 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 boom.
Anything else you want to say? I'm going to end it soon. I usually do it for an hour.
Yeah, man. It's best you chop me off of this.
So what time? Huh? We can go for hours on here. What time is it now? I mean, what time we got to get up tomorrow? What time?
Whatever, man.
Okay. Oh, yeah, ain't no rush. Okay.
Yeah, because I was going to take him to the gym with me and shit like that. Okay. We could hit the yard.
Okay.
And, do some light workouts and stuff like that. Because one of the things I did want to talk to the people, maybe we could do this tomorrow.
Yeah, right? We do a whole live on it.
Something about health and fitness.
Yeah, because you see this guy ripped. He's 47
years old.
Ripped.
I just, I was a lot heavier, a lot bigger and shit like that as far as muscle wise. But I think at this age and especially at the weight that I'm training right now, it's not all about heavyweight. It's about being smart, concentrate your workouts. Everything that goes up, you have a 50% going up, everything is 50% going down. So, when you see people in the gym, they like this and shit, doing all this fast shit.
Trying to act like they really doing it.
But the main thing is diet and shit like that. But we had there's a topic that I want to talk about tomorrow, which is why should we donate blood at least once a year? The answer to it is because as time goes by, your blood gets thicker. And as it gets thicker, it becomes more hard to pump through your arteries, especially when you build up calcium and shit like that. And what supplements to take to maintain good cardiovascular, clear arteries, et cetera, et cetera. So if you're down for it, check it out.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, for sure. And I appreciate that, man. Yeah, please. Again, my channel, my wife and myself's channel is Travel with Tone and Dee. I appreciate you for following me. All I can do is try my best to provide good content and stuff like that. I really enjoyed myself tonight with you guys. Some fun shit. I wish I could give you more stories, but we got more days for that.
We got more days. We won't keep doing it.
Yeah.
We'll do one in the morning time, somewhere in the morning or early afternoon, and then one at night when we get back in from whatever we did, and we can edit the video.
Yeah, we're going to have some fun, man. We're going to have some fun. There's a lot of things coming up, especially the San Gennaro Festival out in Canal Street back there in Manhattan, the Italian Festival. We're gonna have a little something over here at my crib, like Caribbean food and stuff like that, West Indian food. My wife and the family, they'll be in that kitchen all fucking night and everything. It'll be roti and all that kind of stuff. Listen, man, we're gonna be good. Anyway, listen, I appreciate you. Travel with Tone and Dee. Travel with Tone and Dee, and the links are there. Peace.
We'll talk tomorrow, guys. Peace out. Yeah, that's good.